It was a time when India's long-drawn freedom struggle was yet a few years away from fruition. Across the world, the war clouds loomed large, heralding World War II, a devious expression of freedom. The thoroughfares of the city of Kolkata often resounded with the cries of people united for freedom. Far removed from this external strife, and nestled on the other shore of the Ganga, stood the awe-inspiring edifice of Ramakrishna Mutt, a place of pilgrimage, a tirtha. The much venerated Swami Achalanandaji, a disciple of Swami Vivekananda, was then staying at Legate House in Belumat. Coming to know of this, a young man who was recently introduced to the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda came to meet him. The old monk, who was Achalanandaji himself, took him to his room, examined him, and suddenly, clasping both his hands, said in an entreating tone, "You have spent countless lives in countless ways. Can't you give this life for Swamiji?" Much later in life, that young man became the 15th president of Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, most revered Swami Atmasthanandaji Maharaj.
स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः.
Shahbazpur, a verdant small town near Dhaka in the then East Bengal, now Bangladesh. In this sacred land, a boy named Satyakrishna was born on May 21st, 1919, on the auspicious day of Buddha Purnima. Sri Satyakrishna Bhattacharya was the pre-monastic name of Swami Atmasthanandaji. His ancestral house was at Kshetripada of Dinajpur district, now falling in the neighboring Bangladesh. After the partition of the country in 1947, his parents came and settled at Jiaganj in Murshidabad district of West Bengal. His father, Sri Ram Narayan Bhattacharya, was well versed in Hindu scriptures, especially the Bhagavad Gita. He was a scholar in the royal court of Dinajpur. He traced his lineage to Das Gadadhar, a famous disciple and relative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His mother, Nani Bala Devi, was a descendant of Prabhu Advaita Acharya, another eminent disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She was also the niece of great Vaishnavist spiritual guru Sri Vijaya Krishna Goswami. As the presiding deity of Bhattacharya clan, Lord Narayana was worshipped daily as the Baman. Satyakrishna completed his schooling up to the 10th grade in Dinajpur district Jilla school. While he was a student of the 7th grade, he used to play marbles with an elderly friend on the ground facing the royal palace of Dinajpur. This friend was none other than Swami Akhandanandaji, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. After completion of his matriculation in 1934, Satyakrishna took admission for IA, Intermediate Arts, at the famous Cotton College of Guwahati. Shortly thereafter, Satyakrishna visited the Dinajpur Ramakrishna Mission and called on Swami Gadadharanandaji. The monk's words and saintly demeanor mesmerized his young mind. Strolling along the bank of the river nearby, Swami Gadadharanandaji would say, "Think of God all the time and say, 'May your name be my refuge.'" The monk gifted the young man a book entitled Bharate Vivekanando. After passing in IA exam, this meritorious young man came to Kolkata and secured admission in the BA course in philosophy at the Scottish Church College. During this period, he stayed at the Ogilvy Hostel for more than a year. The Ramakrishna Vedanta Mutt was situated near this hostel. There he first met Abhedanandaji Maharaj, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, in September 1937. Having come to know that Ramakrishna Mission Calcutta Students' Home at Gauripur, Dum Dum, provided a conducive ambience for study, he shifted there as an inmate with the help of Swami Nirvedanandaji. Swami Nirvedanandaji advised Satyakrishna to go and meet Swami Vijnananandaji.
আমি গেলাম, আর আমার সঙ্গে আরো স্টুডেন্ট সমেত কয়েকজন ছাত্র গেল। দর্শনের সময় দরজা খুললো, আর ভক্তদের ভিড়, ভক্তরা সব আসছে, আমাদের ঢুকতেই দিচ্ছে না। এই করমভাই মহারাজ ছিলেন তখন ওর বডিগার্ড, কেবল ভক্তদের ঢোকাচ্ছে করে করে টাইম হয়ে গেল। উনি তখন, আমরা সব বাইরে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি দরজার সামনে, ওই স্বামীজির পাশে ঘরতে থাকতেন। উনি বললেন, আমরা সাহেব মানুষ, গড়ি দেখুন, আর এখন হবে না। এবার দরজাটা ব্যাং করে দিল মুখের উপরে। তারপরে করম ভাই ছিলেন না তখন, একটা কে দরজা খোলাতে ঢুকে গিয়ে প্রণাম করলুম, উনি আবার তাকিয়েও দেখলেন না। গরু ছাগল মানুষ কি এলো না এলো, হি ডিডন্ট কেয়ার লুক ইভেন, উনি নিজের মতো বোম হয়ে বসে আছেন। আমি এবং আমার সঙ্গীরা সব খুব ডিসঅ্যাপয়েন্টেড হলুম। আরে মহাপুরুষরা সব শুনেছি ঠাকুরের সন্তানরা, স্বামীজি এরা সব ইয়াং ম্যান এলে তাদের খুবই করতেন, কি একটা অলঙ্কার ভূতের মতো একটা, সেই শীতকাল তো, এই জামার উপরে জামা, কোটের উপরে কোট, মাথার টুপি, পায়ে কতগুলো মোজা দিয়ে বসে, এই কি দীক্ষা। আমি ফিরে গেলাম। তারপরে রাত্রে খাওয়া দাওয়ার পরে অনেকদিন মহারাজের সঙ্গে দেখা হয়েছে। উনি খুব এক্সপেক্ট করছেন আমার কাছ থেকে উত্তরটা, যে কেমন দেখলুম, কি হলো। আমাকে বললেন, কি রে, কিরকম হলো আজকে সব? আর বলবেন না মহারাজ, এ কি ভূতের মতো বসে আছেন, কোনো তাকানো না, কথাও বলেন না, কিছুই না। তুই দীক্ষার কথা বললি না? হ্যাঁ, আর ভালো লাগলো না। রাত্রে একটা কাণ্ড হলো। রাত্রে স্বপ্ন দেখলেন। স্বপ্ন দেখছি একটা লাল সুরকি রাস্তা, দুদিকে বেশ সবুজ গাছ টাছ আছে, সেই রাস্তা দিয়ে যাচ্ছি মহাপুরুষ মহারাজের সঙ্গে। আর দেখছি, একবার দেখছি মহাপুরুষ মহারাজ, একবার দেখছি বিজ্ঞান মহারাজ। বারবার স্বপ্ন দেখছি। তাহলে ঠিক আছে, তাহলে ইনি, তাহলে ঠিকই আছে। তাহলে সকাল যেই অনেকদিন মহারাজ দরজা খুলেছে, খুলতে গেছি, গিয়ে বলছি, মহারাজ তাহলে এইরকম কালকে হয়েছে, কি করি? বলে, না, ওটা তো দর্শনই হয়েছে, তুই আজকে আবার যা। ঠিক আছে, কলেজ ফাঁকি দিয়ে আবার এলাম। তারপরে দরজা খুলতেই যখন ঢুকেছি, এই যে আসুন, বসুন। ওরে বাবা, আগের দিন একেবারে তাকালেনও না, আর এই দিন একেবারে দয়ার সাগর হয়ে গেছেন একেবারে।
At the age of 22, on January 3rd, 1941, Satyakrishna joined the Ramakrishna Sangha.
यश्छन्दसामृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात्।
First, he was sent to serve at Devghar Vidyapith. He spent some days working under the guidance of Swami Atmasthanandaji. On June 21st, 1941, he was transferred by the headquarters from Devghar to Mayavati. There, he assisted Swami Vipulanandaji, the then editor of Prabuddha Bharata magazine, for a period of 6 months. In 1942, Swami Gambhiranandaji became the editor of Prabuddha Bharata magazine. Brahmachari Satyakrishna assisted him in the role of the assistant editor. In 1944, the president of the order, Revered Swami Virajanandaji Maharaj, who was staying at Shyamlatal, called Satyakrishna to be his attendant. The young novice joined him and stayed in a room adjacent to Revered Swami Virajanandaji Maharaj. By his sweet, amiable nature, sincerity, and efficiency, he earned the trust of the venerable monk within a short while. In 1945, he was initiated by Virajanandaji into the vows of Brahmacharya and named Brahmachari Shanti Chaitanya. On the birth anniversary of Sri Ramakrishna in the year 1949, the sixth president of the Ramakrishna order, Most Revered Swami Virajanandaji Maharaj, ordained his dear attendant into the vows of monasticism with the name Swami Atmasthananda. Swami Virajanandaji left his mortal coil in Belumat in May 1951. After his untiring service as an attendant from 1944 to 1951, Swami Atmasthananda went on a pilgrimage to different holy places of North India like Almora, Vrindavan, Dehradun, etc. During this period, he studied the scriptures under the guidance of the Vedantic monk Swami Jagadanandaji Maharaj, who was a direct disciple of Holy Mother Sri Sharada Devi. Swami Atmasthanandaji served this senior monk during his final moments. In 1952, Swami Atmasthanandaji was assigned an important responsibility when he was called upon to serve the distressed by taking up the post of Assistant Secretary of TB Sanatorium at Ranchi. Swami Atmasthanandaji plunged wholeheartedly into the task and by his diligent labor, zeal and supervision transformed the TB Sanatorium into one of the leading TB care centers in the country. His keen eye observed the acute water shortage in the area. To provide a permanent solution for the problem, he excavated a reservoir for storing water by taking help from the experts. Inspired by the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda, Swami Atmasthanandaji served the humanity in distress. He urged one and all to serve the poor with the attitude of serving God in man. Rangoon, the capital of Burma, was home to a health center run by the Ramakrishna Mission. The mission authorities sent Swami Atmasthanandaji there in 1958 to take charge of the center. Here, he focused primarily on the upgradation of the hospital infrastructure and the expansion of the existing departments. Within a short span of time under his stewardship, the hospital became the leading healthcare facility of Rangoon. In 1966, he was assigned the responsibility of heading the branch of Ramakrishna Mission in Rajkot, Gujarat. Shortly after his arrival at Rajkot, a devastating flood inundated Surat, rendering lakhs of its residents homeless. In that hour of crisis, a completely new dimension of Maharaj's attitude towards serving the humanity in distress was revealed. Deeply touched by the helplessness of the flood victims and divinely inspired, he spared no effort in providing them with much needed relief and succor. He, along with his team, reached out to the remotest parts of the city to distribute relief. Impressed by this dedicated service, many influential persons belonging to different walks of life extended their helping hand to him in his effort, of whom special mention may be made of Mr. Kanti Bhai Shroff, the CEO of Excel Industries. His dynamic leadership in providing relief and rehabilitation to the drought-affected people of neighboring Dhaneti village has become an inalienable part of the collective memory of Gujarat. The architecturally beautiful Sri Ramakrishna Temple of Rajkot still bears testimony to Maharaj's unmatched vision, conception, and endeavor. As Assistant General Secretary, besides handling various responsibilities, his greatest contribution was in the field of relief and rehabilitation. He shouldered the responsibility of this department for many years. Contributions poured in from different strata of the society and a substantial corpus could be established for the relief and rehabilitation activities. Swami Atmasthanandaji started extensive relief works during this time. The rehabilitation work done at Divisima colony of Andhra Pradesh was an exemplary philanthropic endeavor remembered till date. During the floods of Pulligadda in South India and in North Bengal, Maharaj plunged in the distribution of relief materials to the afflicted. He extended tirelessly his ever-generous hands to help the hapless people devastated by floods and other natural calamities. In 1992, Atmasthanandaji Maharaj was appointed the General Secretary of the Ramakrishna Mutt and the Ramakrishna Mission, the highest administrative post. His 5-year stint in this position witnessed a dynamic leadership of the organization. For quite some years, the mission was attempting to acquire the ancestral house of Swami Vivekananda. After becoming the General Secretary, Maharaj expedited the process of acquisition and succeeded in acquiring this historic landmark to conserve it as a fitting tribute to Swami Vivekananda. A fund collection drive was undertaken to collect the requisite funds, and along with others, student communities from schools, colleges and universities enthusiastically participated in this drive. On May 22, 1997, on the auspicious day of Buddha Purnima, Atmasthanandaji Maharaj became a Vice President of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. On 29th May 1997, Maharaj went on a short visit to meet his mother Nani Bala Devi. That was a sweet reunion of the mother and her son after decades. On 18th April 2005, on the auspicious occasion of Ram Navami, the Dilaram Bungalow was transferred to the Ramakrishna Mission by Narendra Modi in the august presence of Atmasthanandaji. On 3rd December of 2007, Swami Atmasthanandaji was appointed as the 15th President of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. He loved the devotees very much and blessed them with regular darshan and interviews. The devotees too became spiritually surcharged after their meetings with Maharaj.
খুবই আনন্দের কথা যে আমরা এই গঙ্গার তীরে আর এদিকে ভগবান শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণদেব বসে আছেন, এই সব তাঁরা সব যেখানে সেইখানে আমরা বসেছি আজ এখন, এবং সংসারের অন্য কোনো কথা অন্য কোনো শব্দ শুনবো না, বলবো না, ভাববো না, কিচ্ছু না, কিন্তু সেই ভগবানের কথা, ভগবানের কাজ, এই সমস্ত নিয়ে আমরা কথা বলবো, শুনবো এবং পরে তা নিয়ে ধ্যান করব, চিন্তা করব এবং কি করে আমরা সেই ভগবানের পথে গিয়ে পৌঁছতে পারি।
Maharaj was the very epitome of Ramakrishna Mission's core ideology, its spirituality. He was in fact the torchbearer of the rich legacy he acquired through the hallowed traditions of the mission set by his predecessors. His charming personality attracted numerous visitors from all corners of the country, like bees to a flower in bloom. In 2015, Revered Maharaj became unwell and was admitted to Ramakrishna Mission Seva Pratishthan for medical care. Gradually, his condition deteriorated and a board comprising specialist doctors was formed to keep him under constant observation and provide necessary care. On Sunday, 18th June 2017, at around 5:30 p.m., Swami Atmasthanandaji Maharaj, the 15th President of Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission, attained Mahasamadhi. His life is an eternal spiritual journey of a true sadhaka that flows on even after death like a perennial stream of consciousness. The spiritual treasures he gathered are the inheritance of posterity, enriching the hearts of aspirants choosing the path of penance, piety and sacrifice.
रामकृष्णमहं वन्दे पूर्णं ब्रह्म सनातनं सच्चिदानन्दरूपोऽपि योगतीर्णो युगे युगे मातरं शारदां वन्दे रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रीत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति।